Hey guys! So, yesterday I was preparing to record a video, but the weather wasn't agreeing with me. It suddenly got very dark and it started raining and raining and raining, and the light was terrible. So, I waited for a bit for the rain to go away, but it never did. It rained the whole day. So, eventually, I realized this is not going to happen. I'll have to come up with a backup. So I decided to do a digital process illustration instead. And I lit some candles, put on some nice rain music, and started doodling around. I did not record this process because, as said, the light was terrible. So it would have looked good anyway. So we can jump right into the digital coloring. Once I drew my illustration, I just made a picture of it, put it in Illustrator and started tracing with the pen tool all the shapes. I wanted to draw something naturey, maybe some girl in nature with flowers in her hair or something, but all that rain that was going on finally ended up making me draw something a little more melancholic and rain related. So I ended up with this sort of cloud hair girl sitting in the middle or whatever. I think she's some sort of goddess-like creature of the rain and earth. And yeah, since I wanted to also draw some field flowers, I added some of those down at her skirt or the heel or whatever that is. I actually think that this illustration will work really well in watercolors, and I'll probably try that out as well sometime when the light is good enough. But for now, we are doing Illustrator. So I've noticed lately that my style has been all over the place. Each new thing I draw sort of looks different than the one before, or it looks different to me. I kind of know where I want to go, but I don't exactly know the way, so I'm trying to figure it out. I know style is really big deal for artists, and I don't want to make it such a big deal for myself because that only gives you unnecessary pressure to do certain things in certain ways, and that is not helpful. Lately, I've been a little bit obsessed with Pinterest. I joined relatively recently, or maybe started using it recently. Maybe I've had an account for a while, I don't remember. But yeah, it's only me and your grandma that are still not on Pinterest, or has just joined. I can be a bit slow with new things. So I've been discovering a lot of illustrations and a lot of cool artists and getting inspired a lot. And I get into this situation where there is a lot of different styles and a lot of different ways of doing things that I like, and I want to do a little bit of this and do a little bit of that, but it's not exactly fitting with the style I have. So I'm trying to incorporate things that I like from different styles and somehow make it work with my own style. And I'm not sure if that's a good way to do it. Also, sometimes it's pretty hard because all of these things are very different. I can like watercolor or something very textured, very wobbly, handmade. At the same time, I like clean and sharp vector, digital illustration, sharp lines, um, huge blocks of flat color, very clean. And recently I'm trying to figure out how to do something clean and neat and vectory, but also with a little bit of dimension and texture. And so you can also see it with this illustration. Once I put down the basics, I'm starting to get a little lost, because how do I get this texture and this dimension into it without making it too detailed, because I'm not someone who enjoys details all that much. Also, something that was bothering me was how the illustration was very blue heavy on the top and very green on the bottom. I felt like it needed some blue down to pull it all together. So I tried different things, like putting a little stream or something down where the flowers are, but I didn't like how it looked. So I ended up just making some of the grasses blue. Then, as I said, another problem for me was the lack of texture. So I tried to add it with some textured brush strokes, but they weren't quite what I wanted. I tried adding some noise overlay on top. That was sort of okay. I ended up with a version of that. Tried some textures, like little dots here and there, but I'm still not sure that this is working. Maybe what I need is to go back to a painting program like Photoshop or another one, because it's so much easier to get texture there, but also it's so much more difficult to get those clean, sharp vector lines that I love. So I'm a bit lost with this. I have no idea how to pull it off. Maybe I should do a combination of Photoshop and Illustrator. I wonder is someone having a similar problem when you maybe like two styles or ways of doing things that are quite opposite, but you really, really like them both and want to do them both. What do you do? Do you try to combine them, or you maybe just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that on separate illustrations? I've been trying to figure out. And the coloring is one thing, but also the drawing itself is a bit of a departure of what I at least used to do. The face looks a little bit different than my usual faces. The whole illustration kind of looks a little bit like, to me, a little bit like a storybook illustration, which I like, but I'm also not sure if that's where I should go. Maybe it's all this rainy mood that makes me doubt a bit what I'm doing at the moment and how I should be doing it. I'm sure we all tend to worry a little too much over style once in a while. I'm sure you've been there. But yeah, it comes together in the end. So fine. Ooh, yeah. Something I almost forgot about is that this channel recently reached 100 subscribers, which is like the first milestone, I guess. And I know it probably sounds totally lame to be excited about 100 subscribers when the others out there with 100,000 and whatnot, millions. But for me, it's quite something. So thank you all for coming around and being curious of what I want to share with you. I hope you would like what you see and tell me if you do and tell me if you don't, or just give it a like if you don't wanna type. But yeah, it's been like about 15 new subscribers in a week or so, which is quite something for when you're just starting. So yeah, thanks a lot to all of you, and also hope to see some new faces around in the coming weeks. I'll be signing off now, but thanks for watching, and hope to see you back next week. Until we meet again, have fun.